on the knife that pierces through my veins. Bring on the pain, bring on the hardships, to bring on your flames, to burn me at the stake. With the shadow of life, it's
What is going on, everybody? It's Taylor Roberts, and welcome to Off the Deep End. If you're just joining us for the first time, we're in the middle of a Madonna deep dive where we explore her artistry through her music videos, and performances, which means new Madonna reactions until we reach the end of her discography. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell button so you get notification of when those new videos drop. Hop on over to Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Give me a follow. OTDE Discord server and merch store links are down in the description. And guys, we are on the Like a Virgin album. Taking a look at the track list, it looks like there are a couple songs I have heard before, because I don't think anybody in the world has gone and not heard at least one Madonna song. But Material Girl I've heard, Like a Virgin I've heard, of course, Like a Virgin, dun, dun, dun. I think that's it, unless I hear it and I'm like, oh shit, I remember hearing this one. But yeah, it looks like it's just, 2 out of the 9 that's total on here on this track. But I'm excited to get into it, and I'm not going to waste any more time. So let's just hop right into the reaction. I just realized that this bass line sounds like that Jackson 5 song. Can you feel it? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, definitely. Ooh. Little punchy vocal right there, okay. Playing around with the delay effects too on the vocals. It's a little more experimentation here. Again, the backing vocals not overpowering the lead vocals, just amplifying them. Perfect. Ooh. So right off the bat with this first song, Material Girl, you can hear the difference in the sound compared to the last self-titled album that we listened to. There's a little bit more of I don't want to say a necessary expensive feeling to it, because it doesn't sound like expensive. More intricate, right? Obviously, her self-debut album, did pretty well, and obviously the second one to follow usually pushes the budget, for the record, for an artist, which is something I'll also talk about with the song. But it feels more intricate. The beat feels more intricate. The sounds sound a little more polished or the song sounds a little more polished. And then also, the vocal effects. I know she explored a little bit of vocal effects toward the end of her debut album, but here you can really hear the way that they've messed around with the delay, adding that kind of, it just adds space to the songs, Again, background vocals, never overpowering the lead vocals, which is great. It just amplifies them. And those little punches, those little vocal punches, there's only like two of them in the song, but I think those are just so great because it's a punch, right? You don't expect it. It comes in a little off beat, but it's just enough in your face to just kind of put what she's saying in bold, if that makes sense. But Material Girl, all right, she's got money now, right? Her first album did pretty well. She's got some money. She's living in the material world. She just wants to be a material girl and buy a bunch of shit. Nothing has changed over the last 30 years, right? The material world is still the material world, and it's just getting more and more expensive, especially out here in LA. It's so expensive out here, man. It's so bad. It's so expensive. I need to get out of here, please. Please, YouTube, remove your copyright stuff so I can make some money doing this job, please. Yeah, listen to the reverb on her voice, just how much more hazy it sounds, right? Which fits perfectly for the song. The little electric guitar that's been panned over to like the right side. It's a nice little touch of a detail, you know? Woo! Again with the keyboards, baby. Ugh. I love how they've arranged the vocals in this to match the song. Listen to that. Yeah, another thing I noticed, especially with this song Angel, is that she's also experimented a lot more with creating the world in which the song exists in, right? In Angel, she's talking about how this guy, every time, you know, he's like an angel to her, but she's talking about being in the clouds and whatever, almost like she's in heaven, and when she sees him that he's an angel. But if you notice, the lyrics and the content of the song match the sounds of the song as well. I mean, we have her voice. There's a lot of heavy reverb on it, which gives it that nice kind of spacey, hazy sound that just fills up the sonic space, which matches of like being in a cloud, or like, you know, the wisp of a cloud, if you want to say it. And then when you get into the chorus, and it's like an angel, you know, her lead vocal, it fades out and goes into a reverb, but then you have the rest of the people come in and say the same thing. So it's almost like a choir, and that just kind of builds up throughout the song. And that's just a small way to be able to tell a story through a song, through the audio aspect of the music. You know, you can do it through the lyrics, but the audio, the sounds can also tell the story or amplify the story in a way, you know, to where it just makes sense. And she did a very good job with Angel, I believe. Definitely this album so far, I forgot, I gotta heart these guys. With just 2 songs in, is definitely a big step in the right direction from her self-debut album. A nice evolution, I guess you can call it, right? A nice transformation. That's what I'm looking for. Like a virgin. Like a virgin. Let's do it. Ooh, baby. Give me those keyboard stabs. Yeah, you did. Let's go. Sing it.
Touched for the very first time.
I'm already gonna heart this one. You have to, right? Like a Virgin is such a classic song. Hold on, I just want to say something real quick. Did you notice the similarity to on the bridge to the chorus or for the pre-hook how similar it is to the chorus of Borderline? Those couple notes, da 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 da, right? And then it goes into like a Virgin, and then Borderline is like over the borderline. Like there's like a little bit of similarity there. And I wonder if that was done purposely, just on a callback, or if that's just the way she decided to flow. But I did notice, especially in the pre-hook here, that there was that similarity there because all of a sudden my brain switched to Borderline. So. Fuck, I want to go to an 80s party so bad now. I'm gonna throw one when COVID is over. You're all invited to the 80s party. You ready? Over the borderline. See? There it is. There's that similarity. That synth bass just cuts through everything. Yeah, that's such a classic Madonna song. Like that, Like a Virgin is one of those songs that, like, even if you've never listened to a Madonna song before and you happen to bring up Madonna in a conversation, someone's gonna be like, "Oh, that's the one who did Like a Virgin, right?" Like that's that big of a song. And just listening to it again, I can see why it is just so big of a song. Not only is the hook just fire, right? It's so catchy. The melodies that she uses within the song are catchy. The whole song is catchy. It's just written to be that way. The beat is fun and dancey. You can definitely dance to it. And of course, the lyrics. Let's talk about the lyrics. This song is a song talking about love and a brand new love, but covering it up with lyrics of being like a virgin and never having sex before and having sex for the first time. It's like a new love for the first time. So, content wise, a little more X-rated than a typical love song, which I feel, adds to the popularity of the song too. It's just one of those things that like people can relate to that experience, And so when you take those lyrics and you singing about something else, but using lyrics that are kind of like a totally different thing, as symbolism for what you're trying to say, it adds an extra layer to the songwriting, and it allows more people to connect to it worldwide, even if they haven't experienced a love like that before, but they're not a virgin. So it just amplifies that experience. Oof. Okay. She's singing a little bit more of a lower register here than she's used to, huh? Or that we're used to getting from her. Again, giving the instrumental some time to breathe. Very big in 80s music, which I love. Oh, I love this part. You know, that one was a good song, but I didn't care for it as much as the first three that we listened to. I just feel like the first three that we listened to were just so big compared to this one that it kind of overpowered this one a little bit. But again, what I am noticing is that in these songs, she's experimenting more with the overall sonic space of the music. And like I said, my favorite part was when all those harmonies came in and she was kind of riffing. It worked really, really well, and you could just hear how she was playing with the space. You know, we had harmonies panned left and right, her voice center middle, but they were kind of spread out throughout the space. And what I think is really interesting is that, you know, at least one of the I don't want to say like pioneers of that, because I mean it's been around for a while, but the experimentation of that with like the Beatles, you know, experimenting with playing with the sonic space, and then you having Pink Floyd come in and amplifying that and playing around with the sonic space and creating stories that way, and how that has hopped over from, you know, rock music and made its way into pop music in the 80s. I feel the 80s was the time when pop music was starting to experiment and play around with spacing within the sonic sphere, as I call it. You know, you're panning your left and rights, your reverbs, your delays, creating a almost its own dimension within the song. And I'm glad that it's carried on over here and that she's gotten more into it, because I think her voice suits it very well, and I think her music suits it very well too. And her, you know, becoming one of the biggest pop stars of all time, I feel like her pushing that experimentation forward within her music has also influenced other artists nowadays. You know what I mean?
You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore.
Ooh. Fuck. That was a beautiful intro.
Don't live here anymore.
Oh, I'm hearting this bad boy. This is a beautiful song. Let me bring the string section in here. Ooh.
Love don't live here anymore. Just emptiness and memories of what we had before. Stop vacancy. Love don't live here anymore.
Just letting her vocals fly on this song. I fucking love it. And this build up with the violins. I love the involvement of like the actual authentic like drums here. It's not like your drum machine pads, it's your actual drum set. Just adds so much more of an impact, and it adds to that emotion. Listen to the angst in her voice, the anger, the hurts, the confusion. Here anymore.
Woo!
You know what would have been really, really nice is in that closing in after her vocals fade out, those last background vocals of love don't live here anymore. Like if it just one more time at the very end, just to like fade out with the strings, that would have been, ugh, that would have been awesome. But the song is already awesome. I already love this song. And to be honest, I think this right now, I think Love Don't Live Here Anymore is probably my favorite song on this album right now. It's just so beautiful and heart-wrenching and heartbreaking, and you can feel the anger and the pain and the confusion. And also, it's different from the rest of the songs we listen to. Material Girl talking about how she doesn't need love. She lives in a material world, and then she meets this guy, and she's in love, and shit starts to happen, and now love doesn't live here anymore. It's a little transformation of a character, a little transformation, a little story arc of our little protagonist here, aka Madonna. I don't know what the fuck that was. Madonna. Anyways, let's dress you up. Dress you up. Bam. Let's go. Again, keyboards are underrated, man. If I was in a band, I would play keyboards for sure.
You've got style, that's what all the girls say.
Oh, do they now?
Satin sheets and luxury so fine. Gonna dress you up in my love.
Oh, shit.
Gonna dress you up in my love. All over your body.
Oh, that little picking guitar. I love that. But I notice her using more of her vocal range in these songs too. Guitar solo. Kill it. That picking guitar that I mentioned, it's so nonchalant, but it just does enough to where it just keeps it rolling. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, again, I'm gonna heart that one again. A lot of these songs I just don't miss, and if they do miss slightly, they don't miss by too much. Like I said over and over, it was all right. But Dress You Up, and just the contrast between Love Don't Live Here Anymore and Dress You Up, it's again pacing. I feel like I'm always gonna say this on every single album reaction that I do, because I'm always gonna talk about pacing. So I'm always gonna end up saying the same thing of being like I always say, pacing on a track list on an album is very, very important, because you don't want to tire the listener out, but then again, you don't want to bore them to death either. You want to be able to format your track list in a way to where it gives them a certain rush experience. You slow it down a little bit so that they can rest, and then you bring it back up again, and you just kind of keep it like this, right? You want it to be a roller coaster ride. You don't want to bore them, and you don't want to over fucking blow their brains out with your music. And so she's done a very good job with that here. We got those kind of more fast-paced songs in the very beginning of the album. Love Don't Live Here Anymore is a very slower ballad, and then you bring it right back up to Dress You Up, because you had that time to have a breather during Love Don't Live Here Anymore.
Shoo-Bee-Doo, ooh la la. When I look in your eyes,
And we're going to slow it down again with another ballad.
baby, here's what I see. Me.
I lied. That was a little bit unexpected. I didn't think it was going to go in this direction, but I'm glad it did.
So much confusion. I don't wanna be alone.
I love when she sings like da-na-na-na-na, and then the background vocals follow that.
Baby, spend the night. Shoo-Bee-Doo, ooh la la, come to me, baby. Shoo-Bee-Doo,
I love the little funk influence in this thing, though. That funk guitar. Oh. Okay. Sexy sax solo. I'm all about it. Let's do it. Ooh.
Take it anymore.
See, I could be a background singer.
Open any door.
We got a lot of genres clashing in this song, and I dig it. You got disco, you got some funk, you got some jazz in there. I'm hearting that. Yeah, what I think I really loved about that song in general is just the unexpectedness of it. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a totally different style of song in like that first 20 seconds before the instruments started coming in and layering on top of each other until we get into the build of, you know, the second chorus. And then adding the sexy sax in there, the little funk guitar picking its way in the background, like so many different little elements pulled from multiple genres of music and meshed into this one very, very well, actually. It's just like a collage of genres, and that's like what makes that song stand out for me from the other songs we've listened to so far on this album. Woo, fuck. Got that machine gun drum pattern, huh?
More than just a one-night stand. He had a way of making me believe that he was mine and that he'd never leave.
Oh, we got a Playboy in the midst.
I should take my friend's advice, 'cause if it happens once, you know it happens twice. If there's a chance, then I know I've got to try.
I like how bass heavy this song is, though. You guys know I love bass. I can't say that I don't like bass because I always mention it in every like song reaction I do.
Should have stopped him and I knew it wouldn't last. I know that I should take my friend's advice, 'cause if it happens once, you know it happens twice.
Hey,
If
truth.
there's a chance, then I know I've got to try. I am blind. You lied, you lied, you lied.
Okay.
You lied, you lied, you lied, you lied. You lied, you lied, you lied, you lied.
Ugh.
You lied, you lied. I know all about your kind.
Oh, damn.
He's a pretender.
Drums are coming in super hard now. I love that.
Like fish that got away. He's a pretender.
I keep thinking she says like a fish stick caught this way. Like a fish stick on its way. I don't know why. Yeah, again, this is one of those songs that I don't feel quite live up to the rest of the songs on the album, but it's still a really good song. I really love how bass heavy that song is in the drum patterns. I mean, the impact, the rapid fire double time drum kicks in the beginning, and then of course when we get to the bridge of the song, bringing that back, but adding such much more of adding a little bit of a distortion to that drum kit to add that extra little piece of aggression in it, which again I feel is a way to be able to amplify the feeling of the character in the song, right? She's talking about how she's always getting hurt, because she's always falling for a player and she's going to do it over and over and over again because she thinks that she can change him or whatever. So when it comes to that, there can be a sense of anger because she does it and she knows that she does it. And so that drum coming in, for me, it like symbolizes her heart and the like anger that comes in. But, that's just me maybe looking into things too much because I tend to do that sometimes. But you know what? I like to pick apart stuff and put my theories on it. So, sorry. Oh.
You make my life much brighter. You're always on my mind. Hey, darling, you got to stay, darling.
Something I notice about 80s music is too, at least 80s pop music, is they tend to keep their bass melody within kind of this building formation. You listen to it, it's like like it builds and then drops. There it is. Similar to the way you make me feel by Michael Jackson too.
It's gonna be alright.
Is it gonna be alright?
'Cause I know that I can make you love me, love me, love me, love me. When you walk out my door, you got to stay. Make you love me, 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 love me.
I feel like this song is like talking to the fans or talking to the listeners, right? Because I think this is the album that really kind of like blew her up, right? So she might be talking about a potential lover in this, but I think really she's talking about people in general, her listeners, her fans, people who are naysayers of her music. She's going to be like, okay, watch this. And then she blew up with this album. So she was right. But okay, Like a Virgin. So definitely a transformation from her self-titled debut album, not only in content of music, but in the sound as well. Even her vocal style. So let's talk about the sound a little bit. Like I said, it feels a little bit more intricate. There's a little bit more details that they've thrown in there within the production. There's a lot more experimentation, like I said. I mean, compared to her last album, we got that a little bit of that toward the end of it, but this one they really gone in, playing with left and right pans, the reverb on her vocals, delays, creating an atmosphere for the music, creating a world that the song or the music can exist in. Which I feel, like I said, the Beatles experimented with that. Pink Floyd experimented with that. Rock music, especially in the 70s, really experimented with that kind of sound. And I feel with pop, becoming pop as it is, especially in the 80s, they kind of took that experimentation within rock music and pulled it into pop music. And you can hear it works really, really well. By her doing that, pop music nowadays, they do all that kind of shit, plus more. So you can definitely kind of see the developing stages of pop music, the foundations of where pop music is going in this album. And her vocal style, again, she plays a little bit more with the range of her vocals. We didn't get too much of her lower register in the last album, but this one here, she likes to go deeper, which she sounds really good as well. Which her range is, fantastic of how low she could go to how high she could go. It just really allows her to expand a range of emotions that she's trying to project during the song. Some of my favorite songs on here, guys: Material Girl, of course, classic. Angel, hadn't heard that one before, but I really loved it. I love the experimentation on that song again. Like a Virgin, that's just like a holy grail Madonna song. Love Don't Live Here Anymore. I loved the rawness of it. It felt raw. You could feel just the emotions just oozing out of the headphones. I just felt like I was like living that emotion that she was singing while she was singing it. And I think that's why I connected to it so much, is because I felt like the emotion. Dress You Up was good. Shoo-Bee-Doo, like I said, I didn't expect Shoo-Bee-Doo to go to the way that it was, and it went from like just a ballad to a funk disco, which was really, really awesome. I love the mesh of those genres in there. And then Pretender and Stay, like I said, I don't feel they quite lived up to the rest of the songs on the album, but they're still pretty good songs. I definitely like a Virgin more than I like her self-debut album, although her self-debut album was really good. You can definitely see the transformation in Like a Virgin. From what you guys have told me, she's gonna blow up with this album. Rightfully so, because it's a great album. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments, guys. What's your favorite song? Least favorite songs. Remember to like the video, share the video. Remember, new Madonna videos until we reach the end of her discography. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you get notification of when those new videos drop. Hop on over to Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Give me a follow. There is a poll up on the channel page right now. As you know, I can only drop one music video on the channel because of YouTube's copyrights. So there's a poll. You can vote on which music video from this album you would like to watch on the channel. And the other music video is going to go on Patreon, as well as the uncut version of this album reaction is on Patreon as well. And speaking of Patreon, if you would like to help support the channel, help support the Deep Dive series, there's a link to Patreon where you can get early access to these album reactions, exclusive album reactions, bonus content for these Deep Dive series, extra live streams, all kinds of cool stuff. So go and check that out if you got the time. There's a $3 and a $5 tier with different things, obviously. But that is all I got for you guys today. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you then.
Hey, thanks for watching Off the Deep End. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share, and feel free to explore our channel and check out some of our other videos. Remember, new videos drop every week. Take care.